Everyone, and welcome to today's explainer. I am seriously so excited to dive into this one with you. We're going to completely flip the script on how you look at your kitchen. Like, instead of just a place to grab a quick snack, what if you actually treated your pantry like a pharmacy? Today, we are digging into this amazing concept of food as gentle medicine. We're going to break down exactly what to eat when you just are not feeling your best, relying purely on our source data to map out a totally natural path to feeling better. So let me ask you a quick question. What do you actually eat when you don't feel well? I mean, really think about it. When a massive headache hits out of nowhere, or your stomach is just doing backflips, what's your literal first instinct? For most of us, it's a mad dash to the medicine cabinet to grab a pill bottle, right? We almost never think to check the fruit bowl first. But the data we're unpacking right now is going to totally challenge that reflex. And that brings us straight to the core thesis of this whole explainer, pulled directly from our source material. Food is your first gentle medicine. I just absolutely love that phrasing. Gentle medicine. It's not about these harsh, heavy-handed interventions. It's about giving your body the natural building blocks it needs to sort of course correct itself. We're going to use this as our guiding mantra today, as we walk through a highly specific list of symptoms and the exact foods recommended to tackle them.
Okay, let's jump right into part 1, aches, pains, and digestion. Let's kick things off with a super common one, a headache. And the gentle medicine for it? Bananas. I really want you to visualize this. The very next time a pounding headache strikes, before you automatically reach for that over-the-counter painkiller, imagine just peeling a banana instead. According to the source, this totally everyday fruit is the specific food remedy for that throbbing pain in your head. It's such a simple, incredibly accessible first line of defense. Now, check this out, because the scale here totally shifts. We're moving from a whole piece of fruit down to a tiny little spice. If your symptom is a toothache, the gentle medicine is cloves. It's actually amazing how something so small, a spice you probably only dig out of the back of the cupboard for holiday baking, is presented directly as the remedy for localized dental pain. It just perfectly illustrates that gentle medicine comes in all shapes and sizes, sitting right there in our pantry. All right, let's transition to a much more familiar comfort. If you've got a sore throat, the prescribed food is honey. And honestly, this just makes intuitive sense, doesn't it? That thick, rich, soothing texture of honey is explicitly listed in our source data as the gentle medicine you need to coat and calm that scratchy, painful throat. And this next one brilliantly shows how we can use specific foods for systemic, whole body issues. When you're dealing with general inflammation, which, by the way, is often the sneaky root cause behind so many other discomforts, the source points us straight to a tropical favorite, pineapple. So it's not just a sweet treat for a hot summer day. In the context of our explainer today, pineapple is categorized specifically as a gentle, anti-inflammatory tool. Now, when we shift gears over to gut health and digestion, things get really specific. We find two distinct remedies here. If you are dealing with constipation, the data literally tells us that apples are your gentle medicine. But on the flip side, if your issue is abdominal bloating, yogurt is the specific intervention. Apples for when things are moving way too slow, and yogurt to calm down the bloat. Two completely different digestive issues paired perfectly with two distinct, easy-to-find food remedies. All right, moving right along to section 2, energy, rest, and hydration. We have all been there. You hit that brutal mid-afternoon slump, and you have absolutely zero energy left. But instead of pouring yet another cup of coffee, the specific remedy listed in our source data is actually oranges. The gentle medicine for fatigue here isn't caffeine. It's the bright, crisp citrus burst of an orange that's meant to naturally pull you right out of that energy deficit. Or, hey, maybe you experience that awful, shaky, weak feeling when your blood sugar suddenly drops, hypoglycemia. For this, the source prescribes sweet, chewy dates as the precise, gentle medicine to stabilize that dip. Dates are positioned here as a super targeted, rapid food solution to get your system completely steadied out.
Okay, this one completely blew my mind. Do you ever struggle with insomnia? Tossing and turning, staring at the ceiling, unable to quiet your brain? You might be shocked to learn that kiwi is the gentle medicine to reach for before bed, right? No way. It's not the traditional warm glass of milk. According to the data, it's this furry little green fruit that serves as the dietary intervention for sleeplessness.
And of course, we are constantly hearing reminders that we need to stay hydrated, but our source gives us a totally food-based approach to this too. If the symptom is dehydration, the gentle medicine explicitly paired with fighting it off is the cucumber. It's such a brilliant way to think about hydration. It's not just chugging water from a glass, it's literally eating water-rich foods as a targeted remedy. Let's move into our third section, beauty and brain power. This is absolutely fascinating because the interventions get highly specific. If you suffer from dry hair, the recommended gentle medicine is salmon. But, and this is a big but, if your hair is brittle, meaning it physically snaps and breaks easily, the intervention changes completely. For brittle hair, the source prescribes bell peppers. Two completely different structural hair problems, right? Solved by two entirely different food categories. Moving from hair down to our complexion. If your ultimate goal is radiant skin, and let's be honest, whose isn't, the source clearly points to carrots as your dietary tool. Notice how we are treating these aesthetic goals exactly like we treated a headache or a sore throat earlier. The carrot is the prescribed, gentle medicine for true skin radiance. And that brings us to the final item in this thematic arc, focusing entirely on the brain. If you find yourself constantly suffering from poor memory, the data recommends blueberries. Just think about that for a second. These tiny little berries are positioned as the targeted intervention to actively support your cognitive recall. It's just a really powerful reminder of how directly connected our daily diet is to our actual brain function. Okay, it is time to bring it all together in our final section, your complete healing menu. And here it is. We summarized everything into a single table, listing the specific foods directly by their symptoms. This is your ultimate cheat sheet. I highly encourage you to hit pause on the explainer right now, or just grab a screenshot of this. It consolidates every single thing we've covered today, mapping 14 specific symptoms directly to their gentle medicine counterparts. From everyday headaches to radiant skin, this table is your complete guide to using your pantry as your very first line of defense. Which brings us to the very end of our explainer. I really want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Next time you feel off, whether it's a sudden lack of energy, a nasty toothache, or a pounding headache, are you going to automatically swing open the medicine cabinet, or will you check your pantry first? Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. Keep asking those big questions, and always keep looking for the gentle medicine in your everyday life. Catch you next time.